What's up, everybody? Gooners Gone Wild back again for another pre-match. We got Bournemouth versus Arsenal this weekend, and we are now back together after we were just here in New York City. We had all the lads here for the New York Cannon Cup. Sammy's got some merch that he made for it. Go ahead and show the camera. Talk to us about it a little bit, Sammy.
Look at that little Gooners Gone Wild shirt embroidered, even though some people complained that it was too itchy, but
Yeah, I don't know who
and then Gooners
put
Gone
some of
Wild
it.
on the sleeve. But we got some more designs coming up. I was kind of cooking last night.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, every month hoping to put 10% towards we can kick it out or we can kick it towards the
We
charity
can
that
kick it, yeah.
thank you.
Yeah,
I
we
was
can we,
confused.
we can kick cancer out, but we can
Yes.
kick it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, hopefully donating a portion of all like our sales towards them, just because that's a great cause, and I'll probably match and donate some more as well, just because that's a cause close to my heart. So
Yeah, we
we'll
love that.
be posting this store soon once I
Mhm.
get some more things up. We got hoodies, sweatshirts, and t-shirts,
And
and
maybe
then we'll
some
have
scarves, some beanies, some
some beat.
socks. You never know what's
Oh,
gonna happen, what Gooners Gone Wild's gonna cook up. But this is a
we
little
want to be
sneak
just like
peek.
the club, man.
Yeah, we already got some ideas flowing, but we'll save that for another time. Ari, how you feeling?
Pretty good, pretty good. Excited for footy to be back. Tired of these international breaks. They need to abolish them permanently.
Let's talk about that for a bit. How are you feeling? So you want to abolish them? I 100% agree. But we're seeing more and more injuries coming from these international breaks the more that they happen. How you guys feeling about the way the squad's looking injury wise and what these international breaks are kind of doing to us?
I guess I'll go first. Me personally, it's not so much that what it does to the players as much as it is that I personally don't enjoy international footy as much because it's just not. It's not as entertaining for me. I just don't. I don't think.
He's
I'll go
basically
talk
taking
about the players.
he's taking okay, all y'all players that are complaining about more games, fuck off. I just hate international footy.
No, it's more so that it's not as tactical. It's not as organized. I feel like, so it's not as enjoyable to watch.
Mhm.
It's more just like individual talent.
Because you're watching England national team, probably stop watching them.
I mean, there are some international teams that are playing more cohesively and are playing better tactical football. But I just overall, I just don't feel like it's, and then it doesn't feel as nearly as competitive because obviously they're just the mainstay, like 5, 6 power countries that just dominate pretty consistently. So it's just not as entertaining to me. But I do think it is definitely an issue. The number of fixtures that the players are having to play per year, and they only get a month and a half, 2 months break, if that. And I'm sure even during their breaks, when they're on vacation, they're still working out, they're still exercising. They have to keep their fitness up. So some way or another. So it's not really. It is a break, but it's not really a break. Like they're consistently um, having to strain their bodies and over time, and that's why footballers' careers are so short is because they get 9, 10 good years, and then they're done. And then I mean, TT's said it countless times. I know he was saying that he just had to stop playing football because one day he recognized like, oh, I can't run the same way I used to. I can't chase my kids around the yard like the way I used to because I can feel it in my shins or my knees and my joints. So like it's just not the same. Then you
It's like
wanna
the volume.
you still wanna have a life after football. And
hmm
with the number of fixtures they want them to play, it's just not feasible. So
Sammy?
Yeah, I think it's very unfortunate that there's been so many injuries, and the other nonprofit Fossil Free Football, one of the leads, players, and it's a lot for them to handle. And I think a lot of the players and some player unions, even locally or in like smaller leagues, are like trying to go against all these cash grab like games. Essentially, like that's what we've seen with the new Champions League format, which it's just like it's nice to have that variation of games, but they're adding a lot more games that aren't really necessary. And I mean, they've already rigged the ball draws, so might as well just like make different fixtures at this point. But it is unfortunate, and I hope I hope capitalism comes second to people's health, but it probably never will.
Hmm.
And Brand, what about you, Doc?
No, I have honestly nothing to add. I'm more upset with the injuries that we're seeing kind of across the board from international breaks. Specifically for us, we've seen Saka out with a potential hammy injury, or a kind of confirmed hamstring injury, and they're saying it was really minor, a tweak, and it could like he could be back for the Bournemouth match. Martinelli didn't play. I think it was against Panama or Peru because of a calf injury, a knock that he had picked up. So we're seeing some of our starting players going down with injuries or coming off with injuries. In the first international break, we saw Odegaard, which he's potentially going to be out until November or December. Um, so it's been very frustrating watching us be in really good form and then lose somebody like an Odegaard or potentially lose somebody like a Saka or a Martinelli that while we
Zinchenko.
do yet
Well,
anyways it's like lose players like that will contribute to the squad and have been contributing to the squad consistently.
contribute is a big word there. Ari, that's why we didn't say it.
And like it messes up like the flow of the game and everything that we have going for us so far this season. But luckily, Arteta and Edu have built enough depth into the squad that I think we are able to sustain a little bit better. But ideally, you're going to want to have your Odegaards, your Sakas, your Martinellis in the squad. And unfortunately, another player that we saw that is going to have a little bit more of a long-term recovery is Tomiyasu. Again, re-aggravating his knee injury. He's going to be out for potentially another month or two before he can come back. So it's kind of frustrating for me seeing, like, to me, maybe a little bit more unnecessary fixtures where more youth players that are trying to make their mark in the internet or in the national team could be getting shots rather than bringing these players from their club teams like Saka's, Declan Rice, other players like that, and bring them into the side. And I know a lot of people are going to be talking about like the dark arts. Did Saka fake his injury? Is Martinelli faking his injury? Or was Partey really sick? Stuff like that. And I mean, fair play if it is dark arts, but we're also seeing other players that are not just Arsenal players getting injured in international breaks. But
Yeah.
enough about that. Let's get into what we are here for. The Bournemouth versus Arsenal match that is coming up this weekend. How are you guys feeling for this match? First one back after the international break.
Feeling pretty confident. Just looking at previous scores versus them and just how we've been performing this season. Knock on wood, we haven't lost yet. It's just it, so we're good. But yeah, I think right before the break we were pretty strong, beating PSG, and then playing domestically as well. Who we beat? Oh God! Oh, Southampton 3-1. I mean that was a closer game, but still.
A little bit
Um,
squeaky bum time, but we pulled that
a
out.
little squeaky bum time, but hey, we won 3-1. So I feel like this will be a good reset for the players as well to see how we manage without some of our key players overall as well. I think
Hmm.
it'll be important to show how our depth players show up overall and then to see if we can compete with City. Which, by the way, someone said, I think The Athletic posted an article saying that people close to Pep are saying that if they get hit with the fines, Pep is going to stay out of spite or something like that. And I was just
We're
like,
about to
all right, bro.
watch him. We're about to watch him in the National League, baby. They're getting
Yeah.
relegated out of the top four tiers in Premier League.
Yeah, but I think this game will show what depth we have, and next week we're going into Champions League, and then we have Liverpool right after. So I feel like this will be a good game to set the rhythm for the rest of the season, or at least until the next international break.
Hmm. Ari, what about you?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident coming into this fixture. I do feel we have been in good form, and um, Bournemouth has had a bit of a shaky start to their season, uh, only having won, I think it's two.
Yeah, too.
Yeah. So um, we'll be going away, so I'm not sure it'll be the easiest match.
Hmm.
I don't ever want to. I don't ever want to go into a match thinking this is an easy victory. Like it's just anything could happen. Um, we saw Was it last season or the season before where they scored in the opening, like 20 seconds through Philip Billings? So
Yep. And that was
yeah,
at the
yeah.
Emirates.
So
That was the match.
that was the match. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
Yep.
was the Reese Nelson.
The
Yeah,
Reese
yeah,
Nelson pure chaos goal
yeah,
heard around
yeah.
the world.
Uh,
That game is probably one of my favorite, most memorable games,
Hmm.
aside from next to like the Arshavin 4 goal
Hmm.
banger against Liverpool. I think I remember that one very clearly. Um, and then even the game where my other favorite one was it was where we were up 2-1 against City, I think, or 2-0 against City. But I think we ended up losing still, but that was
I
still a
know
good game.
what match you're talking about, and that's probably one
Yeah,
of the reasons why I locked it away out of my memories because we did end up losing
yeah,
that like 3 or 4-2.
yeah, yeah. It's still one of my favorites though, because
Hmm.
I had such high hopes. But yeah, I think we'll do well going into this game. Just depends on rotation. I don't know if we'll see Sterling and Jesus rotate into the lineup just because
Hmm.
I don't think either of them are in form currently. So I wouldn't want to see both of them rotate into the lineup. I do think we keep Trossard at the 10 and Kai up top. So um, if Saka and Martinelli aren't able to, I definitely think those two are necessary to have in the starting 11. But
Hmm.
some of our players came off of having pretty good performances internationally, so I think
Trossard.
yeah, Trossard. So I think it'll be good for us. What about
Uh,
you?
I agree. I'm going into this confident, but we're also playing Bournemouth away. Um, So anytime you're going to like a bottom half of the table side, and I don't necessarily think Bournemouth will be like relegated this season, but whenever you're going to a side like this, you're always going to get uh, some of the toughest fight out of a club like this whenever they're playing at home because they're going to want to show up to this match. So it's going to be interesting to see what we end up getting from Bournemouth if they're just going to roll over coming out of the international break and we're going to roll over them, or if it's going to be a close match all the way through. One highlight from this match is going to be we're going to see our third kit. For the very first time this season, they are breaking out the purplish, bluish kit for the first time. What are you guys' thoughts on the kit? Do you like it? I see Ari's in our away kit right now. So what do you guys think of the third kit?
mm,
Where is it on the tier list?
I'll let
I'm
you
gonna
go,
have to
Sydney.
see it. I'm gonna have to see it like in game, you know, even
Yeah.
though I'm only gonna be wearing it casually like every other kit, but you got to see it in game because like what if it looks ugly? Like what was it Spurs had that like gray purple one like
Uh-huh.
this last season or 2 seasons? Like, dude, that's atrocious. So it really just depends how it looks on the camera. Because like, what if you want to flex and you can on the gram? Someone's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Damn, what are you wearing? Some eggplant ass color, dude." So anyway, yeah, I just want to see how it looks
Hmm.
before I buy it. And
Does it but just based off of what you know that it looks like, does it fall? Where does it fall for you? First, second, or third?
Hmm.
uh,
Go ahead,
mm,
Sammy.
I would say third. I really like these two so far this year,
Yeah.
even though I don't like the size of them. What about you?
Oh, I'd go second. I'm putting the one Ari's wearing last for me. I just,
Really?
if it was solid black without
Mm.
the texture on the armpits and how it goes down into the shorts, I don't like the texturing. If it was all black and it was like the black and red, I heard people calling it like a Ghana kit or like a Mexico kit, something like that. But if it
Mm.
was like literally all black with the green and the red, 100% I'd be copying it. But
That's
it's our home, our third kit, and then the away for me for sure.
Yeah, I think the third kit falls third for me as well. This being
Mm.
second and our home kit, but just because I don't know, I personally am not crazy about the cotton candy colors. It's
Hmm.
just I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me.
That leak for next year's, I think it's the away kit, that blue one. I will be copping that blue kit immediately. That
There's
might be the
some
first kit.
crazy leaks for next year
Hmm.
that they
I'm
look
about
like
to.
all the old kits.
Yeah, they're bringing
Yeah,
heat,
go back to the
just
retro.
straight heat.
I think we just got to go back to the retro look,
Yeah,
like
Dude,
for
the retro
every kid.
look.
every
Oof.
year. Just rotate the colors, same jersey, same pattern,
I
and
mean, that's how
nobody
it
will be
used to be.
upset. Uh-huh.
Like you used to keep kids for like 2 or 3 seasons
Like
with the club.
bring back the maroon Highbury kit just
Oh man,
once. Allow the
They're
fans
so
to buy it
beautiful.
just once. That hands down is definitely my favorite kit. Um, so back to the match because we keep on getting
oh
carried away.
yeah,
And I was
right.
talking about, oh, we can make this a quick 20-minute-er, and we're like gonna be talking about kits for
Yeah,
15
what
minutes of
kit
it.
do we want?
All right, so if you guys would want to see some rotation in this match, and I think I would like to see some rotation, Arteta gives some guys shots. Personally, for me, I'd like to see Nwaneri get a start. I think this is a very good match for him to get a start in. Yes, it's away from home, but I think he's ready. He captained the U19s in an international friendly, and he bagged a goal in like a 3-0 or 3-1 win. Um, and had a very, very solid performance. Anytime that he's come into the Arsenal side, he's brought a lot of energy into the first team. So I think it would be really cool to see him get a start, and that way we can play potentially Trossard on the wing and Havertz up top. But that would probably be the only change that I'd look at seeing. Maybe we'd see Merino start over Partey, because maybe he's still sick from international break. Um, but other than that, what about you guys? Any rotations for you?
I'd like to see Jorginho play a bit more. I know he's a bit slower compared to other players, but he just controls the game really
Hmm.
well. And I think if we have him and another competent CDM with him, he can play that deep line playmaker role that he's really good at. And, you know, hopefully score a banger from far away and not like try to dribble past someone and then we concede. But yeah, I just want to see him start more because I think he's a really class player. But what about you, Ari?
um, across the back, um, I think it wouldn't be bad if all of our fullbacks are looking at injuries. That being like Zinchenko, Tomiyasu. I don't know if Ben White is back to full fitness or not. Um, I think it'd be a good opportunity to give Kiwior a look,
Hmm.
to get some minutes, um, and maybe Ben White to return back into the starting 11, just if he's fit. Um, I think those would be good shouts uh, along the back line. And then, like you said, Gabe, I think Nwaneri would be a very interesting, enjoyable 90 minutes to watch.
That'd be so sick.
If he has it in him. But
Hmm.
yeah, like I said, I don't think I'd want to see Sterling and Jesus rotated in just because neither of them are really in form or finding confidence at the moment. So
Hmm.
I think maybe one of them could rotate in, but not both of them, just because of their current form. So yeah, that'd be it for me, really. Maybe a Marino, like you said. I think
Hmm.
Marino would be a good shout, if he's got the fitness for it. I know he played some 20 odd minutes for Spain
Hmm.
during this international break, and they said he looked decent. So
Yeah, maybe even a Neto shout. Put Rye on the bench.
Are we
I
sure we
oh
want
wait,
I
Are
I
we
saw a
sure we want
post, and the reason why I bring that up is I saw a post from AFTV. This is honestly just a clickbait post, but a post for them saying if you had a choice between like your second keeper, your backup keeper, if you had a choice between your backup keeper, who would you choose? And it was a picture of Neto and Ramsdale because both keepers have played for Bournemouth and Arsenal.
to?
It's like, who would you choose as your keeper? I was like, come on,
Come
guys.
on, it's got to be Neto.
Come.
Like it's so easy. Like, why is that even a choice?
Put him on AFTV. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
he's loan locked though, right?
Hmm?
He's loan locked though, right, for this match? Neto?
I believe so. He's
Yeah.
unlocked for this and the rest of like the Carabao Cup
The
matches
yeah.
for the rest of 2024. But after that, he's golden. At least for
Yeah.
Carabao Cup, we'll probably see him more there. Score predictions. You guys know me. I'm not giving score predictions.
I'm
We're
not giving
still
mine, bro,
we're
because
still
I'm
unbeaten. You know, I'm sticking
yeah,
to
I'm
my
gonna I'm
guns
gonna
here.
stick with that. So
Ari, you got a score prediction?
I want to say.
oh god, I'm scared.
I'm gonna say 2-0. I'm gonna say 2-0.
That's safe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Goal scorers?
nothing crazy. I think they'll play a low block as most clubs do against us.
Mhm.
So they'll be looking to break on the counter. Um, and I feel we'll either have to find an aerial solution. So it'll be Kai or Gabriel, maybe both of them.
Maybe
So
both. See
yeah,
them back. All right, you guys got anything else? No.
Mm.
All right.
should
As
be it.
always, thank you all for tuning in. You got Sammy here holding up our merch, soon to be announced, released. Please continue to support us. We all appreciate the love and support that you guys have been giving us on our YouTube, on our Spotify, on our Instagram, on our TikTok. We have a lot more content coming from the New York City Cannon Cup that we were just at last weekend. That'll be coming out. So pay attention to the socials for that. And as always, come on, you Gunners.
Come
Yeah,
on,
we got
guys.
this, baby.